You know that feeling when you need to travel, but I mean really travel, not just to see a place, but to actually feel it, to connect in a way that's, I don't know, deeper than just following a map. Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. It's an invitation to Chiang Mai, one that's specifically for the soul-weary traveler. Let's get into what that really means.
I mean, this just perfectly captures it, doesn't it? That feeling, you're totally wiped out from a long day of travel, but at the same time, you're just buzzing with anticipation. You have no idea what's coming. Not really, but you know in your gut that it's the change you've been craving.
So picture this. You finally land, you get off the plane, and you're not looking for some generic tour company sign. No, you're met by a person, your host. And the welcome you get, it's not just polite, it's real. It's this soft smile from someone who's not just there to show you a city, but to actually welcome you into their world.
And that vibe, it just keeps going when you get to their home. You walk into this beautiful open-air kitchen, and someone just gently hands you a cool drink. There's no big production, no formal check-in desk. It's just simple, human kindness, true hospitality. And right there, that's the absolute heart of this whole thing. The entire idea is that you are not just a guest, watching from the sidelines. You're actually being invited in. You're becoming part of something softer, slower, and just incredibly real.
Okay, so that whole initial experience perfectly sets up our first section here, a different kind of welcome. It's all about how this journey kicks off not with a credit card swipe, but with a real human connection right from the get-go.
And that welcome, it really builds into the entire philosophy of the trip. Which brings us to our second section, living, not just visiting. This is where we're going to see what really truly separates this from your typical vacation.
Yeah, check this out. This lays out the difference so clearly, right? On one side, you've got the standard tourist mode, rigid schedules, chasing after the big spectacle, staying in some walled-off resort. But on the other side, this is what we're talking about. Friendships, real depth, being welcomed into actual homes. It's a total shift from just consuming a place to really connecting with it, becoming like kin.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. It comes to life in really amazing, tangible ways. I mean, you're staying in a soulful traditional guest house. You're exploring markets that are just crackling with real life. You're learning from actual Thai massage masters and spending time at an ethical elephant sanctuary where the animals are truly respected. And then you're also nourishing yourself, your body, your mind, sharing these amazing, intimate home-cooked meals, and even participating in workshops for your own growth.
This quote just says it all, a slow immersion. It's not about frantically checking things off a list. It's about giving yourself the time to actually live inside this incredibly generous, textured world of northern Thailand, even if it's just for a little while.
Okay, so if any of this is starting to really resonate with you, you're probably wondering about the nuts and bolts, right? The practical stuff. That brings us to Section 3, the journey's investment. Let's break down how to make this happen.
So, looking at the timeline for the 2026 journey, it's really set up to make planning super straightforward. Payment plans start way back in April 2025, which gives you more than a year to get ready. The big date to circle on your calendar is February 1st, 2026. That's the early bird deadline for the best price. And then the trip itself happens that November.
When it comes to the cost, there are definitely options to make it work for you. Standard and deluxe rooms, plus single or double occupancy. And seriously, hitting that February 1st early bird deadline saves you a cool $500. Now, just to be super clear, these prices cover the whole amazing experience once you're there. Your stay, all those incredible meals, all the activities. The one thing it doesn't cover is your flight to get to Thailand.
So, to lock in your spot and snag that $500 early bird discount, all it takes is a $500 non-refundable deposit. That's it. That's the first step that says, I'm in, and it secures your place in this really small group and guarantees you get the absolute best price.
And they really make this manageable. Once you put down your deposit, if you start a payment plan early, you can break the rest of the cost down into monthly payments. We're talking as low as about $237 a month. That approach really turns what feels like a big investment into something totally steady and achievable. It makes a dream trip like this a practical reality.
All right, so we've covered the what and the how. Let's get back to the most important part, the who. Section 4 is all about answering the call and really figuring out if this journey is calling to you.
Just read through these. Does any of this sound familiar? This experience is really for a certain kind of person. The soul-weary traveler. The one who wants to commune with the world, not just consume it. Are you someone who's longing for connection that goes deeper than the surface? For food that feels like it has a story? For that ache to actually belong somewhere instead of just passing through? If you're nodding along,
Well, this is probably for you. So let's just take a breath here. Think about it for a second. As you've been listening to all this, did something inside you just soften up a bit? Did you feel, I don't know, your chest open a little? If the answer is yes, then maybe this invitation really is meant for you.
And answering that call is really simple. It's not about trying to sell yourself or prove anything. It's just an application where you're invited to share honestly, straight from the heart. From those applications, a very small, intimate group, just 8 people, will be carefully brought together. The goal is to create a circle that feels less like a tour group and more like a long, wonderful dinner with new friends.
So, I want to leave you with this final thought. What we're talking about here is an opportunity to experience something truly rare, something that very few people ever get to witness. It's an invitation to make the kind of memories that don't just, fade into a photo album, but that actually stick with you for life. Really, the only question left is, are you going to answer?